Man, nothing beats watching millionaires high-five each other while puttering around on artificial lawns. What? Maybe being a wealthy country club member can change your perspective, but when it comes to golf and the environment, seeing sprawling, perfectly manicured greens makes me see red. Some golf courses use up to 1.2 million liters of water per day, with the average course using 400 million liters of water per year, just to keep their grass green. That's like all of Vancouver shutting off all of their taps for a full day for one golf course. It wouldn't be so bad if the great golf debate was just about H2O, but the reality is most golf courses use thousands of pounds of pesticides, chemical fertilizers, and herbicides annually. These can then contaminate groundwater and the soil. The average golf course applies 7 times more pesticides to the same acreage than a farmer does to their crops. Now, obviously we're leaning towards organic produce in the agricultural sector, so what's golf's excuse? That's right, the fairway has to look good and be mosquito-free, or Digby Howell III is going to take his Mercedes and pricey greens fees elsewhere. Golf wasn't always like this. Back in its country of origin, in Scotland, it was open to pretty much anyone and everyone. This was before the Disneyland-style resorts and super elite social groups got a hold of it. Golf was played with what the environment provided. Natural obstacles were left intact, and the grass was left to grow as nature intended. Nowadays, in response to the formation of groups like the global anti-golf movement, the industry is swinging and spinning back with new solutions. Some courses are doing good stuff, putting a new emphasis on yellow or drier conditions being just as good as green. Other courses are actually no longer draining wetlands or taking intact animal habitat. They're building on top of landfills, garbage dumps. But until the industry catches up with environmental realities and golfers' attitudes towards yellow grass changes, stick to mini golf. You just know with all those windmills, they've got to be thinking environment. A lot of us wrestle with day-to-day environmental choices, say walking or driving, paper or plastic, shower or don't. Not many of us do a good job of taking the big issues head on, but there are exceptions. See, where you or I might use our clothesline to hang dry our laundry, there's somebody out there that uses his clothesline to punish enemies of the environment. Professional Mexican wrestler El Hijo del Santo has been letting his feelings on pollution and poaching be known both inside the ring and out. The Son of the Saint, as he's known in Mexico, has been slamming eco-enemies for polluting the Tijuana River and areas around Baja California. Tag teaming up with environmental group Wild Coast, El Hijo del Santo has been touring through some of the most affected areas, where over 3/4 of residents have suffered some sort of either an intestinal or skin disease from going to area beaches. This is a pretty big departure from your usual pro wrestling theatrics. Instead of relying on overinflated arm candy to get his message across, El Hijo has Mother Nature in his corner. Now I know what you're thinking. Why has no one in American pro wrestling started to do the green thing? Here's my theory. In 2001, the World Wrestling Federation lost its claim to the name WWF to the World Wildlife Fund, thus resulting in bruised egos and the creation of the WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. Rumor has it no reconciliation can take place until the WWE's Mr. McMahon wrestles the WWF's Panda. So, until that day arrives, the wrestling villains like Sewage Man and the pirate who robbed turtle eggs will most likely be confined to the rings of Lucha Libre Mexican wrestling. While the introduction of additional eco-villains like the Amoebic Dissenter and Montezuma's Revenge remain unconfirmed, one thing we can be sure of is this: our hero, El Hijo del Santo, will continue to fight the good fight. For more information, visit wildcoast.net.